And the next one, we're still talking about different factors, different external influences. The next one we need to talk about is interest rate. And when we talk about interest rate, we're talking about the price of borrowing and the price of saving. The price of money, literally we're talking about the price of money. So what happens with the price of money? If the price of money increases, what happens to savings? What happens to borrowing? If the price of money reduces, what happens to savings? What happens to borrowing? That's what we want to look into now. So I said this already. So changes in interest rates. What are the effects on costs of production? I wrote, an increase in interest rates will likely increase the cost of borrowing for firms. This will in turn increase their cost of production. If there's an increase in interest rate, if the interest rate increases, it simply means the price of borrowing would increase. If the price of borrowing increases, it means firms that used to borrow for investment will have to incur more cost. So that increases their cost of production. Do we get it or not? A rise in interest rates will bring about high cost of production for firms, for businesses that do more of borrowing for investment. So they have to pay more if they need to borrow. That's high cost of production. Do we understand high cost of production here? Sit down properly, sit down properly. Sit down properly, sit upright, yes. 2. Effect of interest rates on investments. Investment simply means spending on capital goods. If you have to pay more, if the interest rate increases, firms that have to borrow for investment would have investment. What's that, please? If the price of borrowing increases, firms that do more of borrowing for investment will see investment as less profitable. So it will not be profitable to invest through borrowing. Get the point here? Interest rate is the price of borrowing or the price of saving. A rise in interest rates and investments. Investment means spending on capital goods. If interest rate increases, it means firms that have to invest through borrowing will not find it profitable because they have to pay high interest rates on them, on borrowing. As a result of that, they reduce their investment. That is what investment is talking about here when we talk about investment and interest rates. In contrary, a fall in interest rates for firms that finance their investments through borrowing will be willing to do more because they pay less and it becomes profitable for them to invest further. That is investment and interest rate. Do we understand investment and interest rate here?
Yes.
Investment means spending on capital goods. Interest rate is the price of saving or the price of borrowing. So if there's a fall in the interest rate, it means firms or businesses that do more of investment financed by borrowing will be able to do more because it becomes profitable for them to do more investments through borrowing. The next one is the effect of interest rates on demand. A fall in interest rates means borrowing becomes cheaper. Because borrowing becomes cheaper, a lot of consumers will be able to borrow for consumption. That would increase spending within the economy. Demand would increase.